video, I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin and altcoin market today, April 1st, 2025. Yes, it's April Fool's Day. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke video. President Trump has obviously resigned today due to previously undisclosed personal circumstances. Okay, that's the April Fool's joke part. But now on to the actual thing. The Bitcoin and altcoin bounce that we've seen happen since yesterday, really, and even the day before, kind of, after the relatively low returns and prices that followed and kind of bottomed locally. The question is this bounce real, or is this an April Fool's Day bull trap? Well, the answer, if you look at the VEPS chart, as I mentioned earlier in the day, is hit mean reversions on Bitcoin on the 3012 RMLR. We came awful close to hitting it on some other coins. They didn't quite complete the mean reversion, but they got within far less than 1%. Some as far away as like 3/4 of a point or so, but they got really well within the range to basically complete the mean reversion. They were already at those areas yesterday, right before the start of the new day, and they just had a little bit of a move up at the start of the day. So they barely just passed over it. It is possible that we will see mean reversions on that to those RMLRs complete. Those are daily time frame RMLR mean reversions. It's possible that we'll see the assets go back down to there and complete those mean reversions properly, completely. Normally they do. They don't always have to hit it exactly, but 99 times out of 100 they do. Even more than 99 times out of 100. And then there are, so you do have to look out for that, because there certainly could be some movements to the downside after the relative highs we had on the day so far across different assets. And we've seen some movement, in mean reversions on super low time frames back to the downside. I'm not looking at the charts since about 25 minutes or so I can't tell you exactly where the prices are at right now. But from what I can tell, having looked at the markets up until about a half hour ago, things were moving along nicely. There were mean reversions happening to the downside, and we were starting to see some of those negative returns diminish. So whether or not they complete those mean reversions on the daily time frame, I guess, is yet to be seen. Take a look at your VEPS charts and you'll know if that's happening. Take a look at the RMLR on the 3012 setting, the daily time frame. And you'll notice also that on Bitcoin and some other coins, major coins like Solana, or even meme coins like Bonk, which I mentioned earlier, there are mean reversions on different time frames, 10 hour, the 8 hour, 6 hour on some coins that are to the upside, right? So in the case of Bitcoin, you got mean reversions to the 3012 RMLR now on the 10 hour and the 8 hour that are happening to the up. Currently have targets around 85K and change, 85K and a bit, depending on where the RMLR goes over the coming candles and whether or not the assets manage to reach those targets within the next couple of candles or so. And even on other coins, like I said, there's also mean reversions to the 3012 RMLR to the upside. Certainly, be like in some cases 3 to 5 to even 10 points higher than we saw the prices reach this past Friday or Thursday, depending on the coin you're looking at. So it's entirely possible we will see some continued movement to the upside today. There's also probabilities that it will just go down, that we've reached a local high and we'll begin to see a significant drop. Of course, at the beginning of a new quarter and new month today, as it's the 1st of April. So we're now in Q2, and you can safely ignore all the news noisemakers telling you, oh, we're going to see a strong rally in Q2. It doesn't matter what they say about Q2 or Q3 or Q4 or the next year. That's not how you trade when you're trading day trading, right? When you're trading low time frames, the news of the day is completely irrelevant to you. Even if Even if President Trump is to come out and say we're going to have 10,000% tariffs on whatever, okay, it doesn't matter. It's not going to move the markets. Okay, you might think it will, and everybody will tell you that it will, and the entire noise sphere in social media and the newspapers, they'll all tell you, oh yeah, this is the reason why the prices move. It's not the reason. Prices do not react, right, to noise being made in the headlines. Prices follow the returns. The returns move according to the volatility. The volatility is created by the buy pressure and the sell pressure, right? And the delta between the ask and bid price is what creates that volatility, right? The buy pressure and the sell pressure. Where are the buys and sells? Where are the orders for the buys and sells coming in? Like actually being placed on the books. That delta between the ask and bid, that spread of data around the mean of returns, is what is literally the volatility. And that volatility, like I said, is what creates the returns. So while you might think it's backwards, wait, don't the returns create the volatility? No, it's the standard deviation of returns that create the actual returns, and the actual returns determine which way the price is moving, essentially, because the price follows the returns. The returns don't follow the price follows the returns. Hello, I see you. No, okay. I don't know what you're saying, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you have a question or a comment? But anyway, so that's what we're seeing on the VEPS charts with the different VEPS indicators and the low time frames today. We could just easily be seeing a quote unquote bull trap, which is really just a bunch of sell orders sitting at certain levels. For example, if you look at our VRE charts and our Laplace and normal distribution levels, you'll see that the sell orders are at certain places, certain areas. You will find a lot of sell pressure, and so far, if you look at today's price action, you'll see that, as usual, that's exactly what's happening. We saw a lot of buy pressure driving up prices on a lot of different assets today on crypto, and running up the prices to certain key areas across the different VRE charts for each asset, and then people taking profits at those local highs for the intraday trading. Just reaching out to what you were saying. Okay, well, okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to be running this for another minute or so until I head out of here. So just to recap, Bitcoin and alts have been having a nice little bounce so far today. We are likely to see more trending moves intraday, because if you look at the entropy of the day, we've already seen some. If you look at the width of the VRE central daily range across different assets like Bitcoin, Solana, and meme coins like Bonk, which I mentioned, and other coins, you'll see that they're fairly tight central daily ranges, and that indicates that we are likely to have a trending day overall on these different assets. Does that mean that some of them can't be ranging at the end of the day? No, of course they can be. But you're likely to see trending moves intraday, and we've already seen that, and we're likely to see that more, especially now in the run-up to the traditional market open, and in the and shortly after the bell opens, which I think it already has. Double check the time. Yeah, I think it's already open, right? Or no, not yet. Sorry, 22 minutes till it opens. So we're likely to see trending moves in the run-up to market open, so possibly happening right now. I just haven't been in front of my screen for about half hour or so I couldn't tell you. And again, throughout the day, would not be surprised to see more low time moves, which you can see easily with Alpha Trading's entropy indicators. And once again, reminding you, if you want to join the Alpha Trading live stream that starts at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, just go to our Discord. The link is alphatradinghq.com/Discord. Once again, that's alphatradinghq.com/Discord. You can join for free, get free indicators, free chart, free education, free access to the live streams. And you can not only watch and learn and listen and learn the ways that we trade volatility, but you can actually participate in the live streams asking questions, etc., how we trade volatility, entropy, probability, statistics, and such. So that's it for now. I'll talk with you guys later. If you like this video, if you think it's useful and valuable, by all means, give it the old subscribe, thumbs up, like it, leave a comment. I love seeing you guys here in the chat. That's fantastic. And to answer your question, I am in northern Israel right now, where we do have a war, but things are carrying on as usual for most of us. All right, that's it.